Okay, so here we are for another running video of my Armour Limitless. Phase 2 is now complete and I'm happy to report that we achieved another milestone here on the channel. I now have my first 100-mile-an-hour car and you'll be seeing that run towards the end of the video. So with Phase 2, what I ended up running in this car was a Max 8 combo, which is from Hobbywing. Now, the motor in it is a 4274 2200 kV, which to be fair is a little bit higher kV for a car this size. Even for some 1/8 scale monster trucks, I mean, I used this on my BES initially, and although it had a ton of power, it did run a little bit hot. So these 2200 kV motors, these things have a ton of power. In 1/8 scale buggies and truggies, these combos are absolutely lethal. But when you do start to load them up, because of the slightly higher kV, they do start to get a little bit hot, and there was no exception in this car here, but I did manage to achieve it. Now, for those of you curious about the gearing, if you haven't seen the first episode, I'll have a link in the video description, of course, but the gearing was a 39 tooth spur gear with the 27 tooth pinion that's included in the kit. The 39 tooth spur, I had to get that separately because the original one is a 34 tooth, and that's just a little bit high, even for a powerful combo like this. Now, of course, I did achieve that speed, but it wasn't without a couple of little hiccups, and that was, of course, that I was cutting out. I couldn't quite wind the car out without the power just dumping, and what that is, I believe, was my batteries just weren't keeping up with the amp draw, so they couldn't quite deliver the amps, and they were falling short. The ESC detects that as, you know, low voltage, and it cuts power to your car. A little bit frustrating, which is why a lot of guys, you know, they'll use high C rating batteries, you know, the highest that you can possibly get to be able to achieve these speeds. Now, the batteries that I was using are, of course, the Ovonics. I was actually using these 5200 6S 50C packs, and you know, for the most part, I've used these batteries in my Jets. I've used them in a couple of other of my 1/8 scale cars. Have not let me down. They've been absolutely perfect, and they offer a really good value for money. Of course, they are sponsors of the channel, in case you're wondering. But I still need to tell the truth, and that is that I could not achieve the 100 miles an hour with these batteries. That being said, after I did my speed test, I did find that my settings on the ESC were a little bit out. My low voltage cutoff was at 3.4 volts, I believe, and I've now turned that down to about 3.2, which should give me a little bit more leeway. So potentially I could have done it with these batteries, but not the way that the ESC was set up. And of course, if you're using different ESCs, you might have different results as well. So how did I get the 100 mile an hour? Well, I got it with these batteries, the HRB batteries. Now, these I actually got by accident. I recently bought an EDF Jet, which is an L39 from Freewing, and the guy that was selling it had two of these included in the deal. I got them, I tried them in the car, and I didn't get the cutouts with the current ESC settings that I was using. So I managed to achieve those speeds with these batteries. They're exactly the same spec, although they're 5000 versus 5200, but they're a 50C as well, but they didn't cut out for some reason. So obviously different C ratings here. There's something about the Ovonics that's a little bit different, and I managed to achieve it with one type of battery, but not the other. Go figure, I don't know what to tell you about that. But I'm going to get to show you the running footage of this guy. I, of course, did a couple of passes on 4S. You'll see my frustration with the car cutting out on 6S with the Ovonics, and then the final pass, or passes, will be with the HRBs where I hit 100 miles an hour. Now, Phase 3 is about to start. I've already installed my motor in here. I'm keeping the same ESC, which is the Max 8 ESC, and I'm running this Rocket Hobby motor, which is a 4585 1580 kV is this motor. Now, I will say this, I've ran the car briefly just at the front of my house just to see how it works, and the biggest difference that I notice here is the amount of torque that I now have. Whilst with the 2200, you know, 4274, I really needed to be very gentle on the throttle and really wind it out nice and slow to get the build, the speed to build up. With this one, I can be a little bit more liberal on the throttle, and I'm actually finding that the biggest issue I'm having now is going to be traction. So with the additional torque, I'm no longer relying on the RPM to get me the speed. It's going to be traction because there's so much more power running through this system. I don't know what the top speed's going to be. I'm running the exact same gearing as before, which is the 3927. I have a feeling, given that this is a much lower KV motor, that I'm going to need to gear up. I may need to drop the 34 tooth back in here, or I may even go all the way to 29 tooth, which is another spur gear that's available, depending on what the top speed is going to be. I got nowhere near the top speed at the front of my house. This thing is way too fast, but I was, breaking traction quite easily. No cutouts to report either, by the way, so that's a plus. We'll see how we go. Stay tuned for the next phase. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this car goes with this motor in it, and what top speed we can actually achieve out of it. Once I'm done testing that, we're going to move on to the big one, which is of course the TP Power motor, 2200 kV 8S motor, which is then going to be paired up to my Castle XLX ESC, and we're going to aim for 200 kilometers an hour or more. My biggest issue there is going to be finding a road, but we'll deal with that when that comes around. Stay tuned for the next video where I'll give you a bit of an update on this motor, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll speak to you all next time. Okay, first run 4S. There we go. Sorry, my voice is a little creaky. That's probably far enough. Okay, Noah, we're good behind?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, it cut out. I punched it too early. I punched it too early. 79, very weak, very weak. Let's try it again. I punched it way too early. $112?
Yeah.
I reckon we'll go quicker than that because I held it a bit longer past you. Thank you. We should go a bit quicker than that. Let's try it again. $118. Nice. $118, thank you, Noah. All right, let's check our GPS. Let's see how we did. I have a feeling we may have gone faster than that, but let's have a look anyway. Really can't punch this too early. 122. So 6S is going to be fun. So this is already much faster than the Ace Hobby combo. So on 6S, yeah, let's put it in there and let's see what we can get. Okay, let's see what we can do here. How much? 156. 156? Yeah. Oh, please tell me. I got a little more on the GPS. Holy smokes. Oh, that is sick. All right, here we go. We are so close, Noah. Can we do it? Can we do it? Well, there's definitely a difference in the money that you pay between the Ace combo and this. No denying it. The Ace combo is great value, don't get me wrong. But man, what a jump. Okay. All right, we're good to go? Yeah. Here we go. Second pass. Oh, it cut out. I pushed it too hard too early. 86. I pushed it too hard too early. I was trying to... I'm getting greedy. I'm getting antsy. I mean, this may or may not be so much of a problem if you have higher capacity batteries, like higher C rating. These 50C Ovonics, you know, they can only handle so much, and they're doing a good job, but I'm getting the speed, but it's just that punch out of the hole
those amps really stack up, and I think these guys just on the cusp. Here we go, Noah.
I got 140.
140 that time. It cut out and then I pegged it again and it came back with a vengeance. 140. Okay, fresh set of batteries. Let's see how we do. Not as bright today, so I'm actually able to see the car all the way to the end, not like yesterday. It was really kind of hard to spot. All right, Noah, here we go. $159. Oh, please tell me, because I was able to hold that. So I reckon it is the batteries. Yes, come on, baby. Wait, before you go, hang on, we got to take a photo of that in case. Oh, you wiped it? Ah, all right, never mind. 159. Let's hope we can do it again. It held. So it was the batteries, I reckon. Maybe. Let's try one more time, Noah. Here we go. Second pass. $160, yes! Yes! Don't wipe it. Yes! We did it, Noah! We did it! Alright, let's check the GPS. Put it down, don't wipe it. I want to check the GPS real quick. I want to see if we managed to get any more than 160. Yes, I can't believe it. We got it. We got it. 164, baby. There it is. Wow, 10k an hour just by using different batteries. So, oh man, as much as I love Ovonic, they were choking me a little bit. There we go, look at that, 164, unreal. We got it. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you next time. Bye for now.